Welcome to Open Your Reality. This video is an excerpt from David Icke's latest book called The Trap. It's taken from Chapter 7, which Icke named The Mind Trap. To encapsulate the book down to one sentence, Icke believes we live in an illusory world where the human race has been imprisoned, but there is a means to escape. I chose this excerpt because it best exemplifies what could be happening to us right now. In it, Icke talks about an AI that eerily reminds me of Jason Breshears' artificial intelligence X. Enjoy. Our simulated world. If you think that the current level of human technology is amazing, strap in. It's still the Stone Age compared with what is possible. Even then, the cutting edge of technological advancement within the human world is originating in other realities. Have you noticed there is no break in the ever more sophisticated technology and devices that seamlessly flow into the public arena? This can happen when the technology has been waiting to be played out for eons by the non-human source behind all of this. Technology has not had to be randomly invented. The human mind had to be carefully developed to have the intellectual capacity to work with this technology while being so spiritually regressed, that is, wisdom regressed, that they cannot see they are building their own prison cell. We are observing this all around us today, and the process has been happening step by step for what we perceive as centuries. AI and surveillance technology is rolled out from the deep underground military bases called DUMBs all over the world, where interaction takes place at the deepest and most compartmentalized levels between human scientists and engineers answering to the cult and the non-humans that control the cult. Here, technology and know-how is transferred from non-humans to cult cabal, much of what is also non-human, as I will come to in the next chapter. Cover stories and cover people are then used to explain where the technology came from, to keep the public in ignorance of where it really came from. Society-changing technology invented by chance by geeks in a garage is a cult favorite to hide the truth. You know the front people who parrot and personalize these cover stories. They are the very famous and very rich big names of Silicon Valley and the wider world of big tech. This is why I say that people such as Gates, Musk, Zuckerberg, Brin, Page, and company are not running their giant corporations so much as fronting up for that which really controls them, the cult. When Elon Musk says he believes we could live in a simulation, it's because he knows that we do. They all do. The non-human force has technology generating the simulation that makes ours, even at its current state of advancement, look like starting a fire by rubbing rocks together. This technology is located in the fourth dimension, what I call 4D, outside the range of normal human awareness. In the same way the machines in the Matrix movies operate outside the simulated reality they are generating. The fourth dimension is also known as the astral planes, the realm of mind, and believed to be in esoteric circles the frequency bands through which we enter and depart physical reality. In this fourth dimension, or astral, the simulation is projected as a wave field information into the human mind, which decodes this into a 3D illusory, physical world. Think virtual reality headset or a computer decoding Wi-Fi. Human interaction with virtual technology is mimicking interaction between mind and the simulation field. The whole caboodle is controlled, monitored, and overseen by artificial intelligence way beyond anything we see in human reality so far. The simulation is being projected directly into the mind at that fourth dimensional level to be decoded into a sense of 3D physical reality. The idea is to hijack the perception of mind and focus its attention in a fake simulated reality of holographic illusion that lowers its frequency and triggers a disconnection from the perceptual influence of fifth dimensional expanded awareness. Fourth dimensional AI is greatly in advance of anything in the simulated 3D world, although we are getting closer with the scale of technological possibility transferred piece by piece through the underground bases. The transfer is happening within the perception of mind and not in the physical. There is no physical. It's all happening in the mind. By the way, I have been reading David Icke's works for 20 years now. Although his books are dense and filled with tons of factual information, he occasionally will put out a work like The Trap. Whether you believe this world is a product of a benevolent and good force, or that of a malevolent AI, is a matter of opinion. Icke does believe that the universe is benevolent and created by a positive and all-loving force. He talked about that in his book Infinite Love is the Only Truth. Everything else is illusion, and I highly recommend it. It remains to this day one of my favorite David Icke books. Just to clear up any misconceptions, Icke believes that our world has been hijacked by an AI force that is malevolent. But that AI force is not bigger or more powerful than the source of creation itself, only a virus in the program. This is one of the reasons I believe the Matrix movie is the most important film that has ever been produced. It is basically telling us the story of humanity with awesome characters and cutting-edge special effects, at least at the time it came out in 1999. Icke says that our entire simulated reality exists inside our minds. This is a fascinating concept to wrap your head around. There is really no existential world. All is happening in our minds. In fact, our brain and mind is not inside our body, but the other way around. Our brain and body are actually inside our mind. Icke says that our mind is operating in 4D, while our body is in a 3D projected simulation, decoded by our mind. I know this is some mind-bending stuff, but then again, if we realize this to be true, we could become more powerful than we could ever imagine. Imagine curing yourself of any disease, manifesting almost anything you want, and living the life of your dreams. It may all be within our grasp. I had a dream a few nights ago that I was living in a big